Today is the day that I get my screw taken out of my chin. I have had it for 11 weeks since I had surgery, and I have an exposed hook that was used to band both of my jaws shut. I already had the top one taken out and it was a pretty seamless process. I was still really numb, and so the surgeon literally just unscrewed it. I think that he's going to use local anesthetic to cut open the gums because the gums have kind of overgrown and I have an exposed hook. I'll show you, but I promise you it might be TMI. You can see the hook and how the gums are kind of over it, and the hook is kind of like pushing into where my teeth are, and I can't feel over onto this side, and so I think that's why it's not causing as much discomfort. But when I move my mouth and my lips to either side, it does feel like it's pulling. So I'm curious to see what that's going to be like once it heals, and also if it's going to change any of the physical appearance of this area of my face, because when I rub my finger on it, that's why I keep doing that, I can feel the screw. I landed in Orange County at 1 p.m. and I was supposed to have my appointment at 1:30, but then my surgeon called and asked if we could do it at 4:15. So I just went and grabbed some lunch at this really yummy Japanese curry place to tide myself over before the afternoon. But I'm excited to see my surgeon in person because I haven't seen him since I left Orange County, which was 3 weeks post-op. It's been a significant amount of time. I still can't chew, which I'm hopeful that when I talk to him today, he's still gonna clear me to begin chewing at 4 months, which is probably like 4.5 weeks from now. I also want to talk to him about a couple of other things that I'm experiencing. I'm still sleeping upright, and that's not because he is telling me to do so, but it's just because I noticed that I'm having less swelling in my face when I do so, and I'm not super uncomfortable when I'm sleeping upright. I talked about it in the beginning that it was a little bit uncomfortable, but I've gotten used to it, and I think I've trained myself to sleep on my back at this point. I want to talk to him about this area of my face. I got incisions in the sides of my face, and you can still see them. I'm not wearing any makeup because I'm just trying to take care of my skin, but you can see where the incisions were, and that's where the bone grafts are. So like if you were to touch my face, you can kind of feel the buildup of bone graft, and he did say that that's going to go down over the course of the year that it takes for me to heal, and they have gone down significantly. I think some of the inflammation and swelling from the incision site has gone down, but with that being said, this area of my face, when I do this, you can kind of see like this is flat because I have masseter Botox and my masseters are no longer protruding, but you can kind of see it on both sides. And so I just want his professional opinion on whether or not he thinks that's residual swelling that will go away over time, or if that's my anatomy and that's buccal fat, because then that would be a different conversation. I have bone grafts up here which create projection looking straight on me, but if you look from the side, I kind of have indents around my eyes, like under my eyes, which I did have before. If you go back and watch older vlogs, you can see that my eye bags were like really bad, and so they're not horrible now, but again, I'm just trying to create symmetry throughout the whole of my face. I also want to ask him if I would be cleared or when I would be cleared to get a nose job. I haven't decided if that's something that I want to do or not. Looking back, my nose hasn't changed significantly, but it does look different, and I think just like with the proportions of my face now, that's something that I want to talk to a plastic surgeon about. My right nostril has been more clogged since surgery, like immediately after. We thought that it might just be some pressure with buildup from the bone graft, but it hasn't really gotten any better. It's not severely impeding on my breathing, but it is something that I'm noticing. Something else that I'm noticing is that my ears will kind of get clogged every now and then, like if I drink a drink or if the pressure changes, it just feels like I'm underwater. It feels like it's happening significantly less now that I move away from my surgery date, which is a really good sign. I also want to ask him, because I'm at home doing mat Pilates right now, doing daily walks, my 10,000 steps a day, but I want to see what he has to say about weight training and also doing reformer Pilates. I know you're not supposed to really do inversions when it comes to workouts after this type of surgery for a decent amount of time, and because my advancements were so significant and I'm on a no chew for 4 months, I'm just being extra cautious. I'm gonna try to take you with me for the removal of my screw, but I don't think that my surgeon is going to feel super comfortable with me recording the process. I didn't record me taking out my upper screw just because it is a little bit invasive and not everyone wants to see that, but I'm going to try to capture as much as I can and then of course fill you in after the fact. My surgeon just called and said that the assistant that he was going to have to help take out my screw is no longer available, so unfortunately for me, I have to somehow figure out how to make an appointment for tomorrow at 10 a.m. I got a hotel room. As you can see, I've already made myself comfortable. I'm gonna watch Love Island tonight, just chill and decompress. Everything is okay, adaptability is key, and we are getting this screw out tomorrow. I woke up this morning feeling somewhat swollen. Like, what I was talking about yesterday is like this pocket of my face, and I can't tell. It's not as bad on this side, but I feel like that happens when I'm dehydrated or I sleep on my side a little bit too long. I didn't have my pillow system last night because I was in a hotel room, and I definitely gave in and slid down and laid on my side a little bit more, which every time I do that, I definitely regret it because it just makes me feel even more puffy, and I'm gonna be even more swollen when I get this screw taken out this morning. I'm not gonna put any makeup on today. I usually don't wear a lot of makeup. I just use like a little skin tint, but I'm not even gonna use that because I definitely think that my face obviously is gonna be touched and yanked and pulled and all the things, and then it's gonna be swollen and sensitive, so I would just rather not put anything on it that's gonna make it feel some type of way. I'm just curious how my body is going to react. I really hope that it doesn't hurt. I love having short hair. It's so easy. I definitely cut it from a bob to like a pixie mullet, and I'm getting used to it and trying to figure out again like the exact length and things that I like, but I love how easy it is to just get out of the shower and fluff up my hair and be done. Can't decide if I want to take a lorazepam or not, if I'm gonna feel anxious, but I might just wait until the evening tonight and take a lorazepam then, just so that I can relax. I definitely was clenching a lot in my sleep last night, and my surgeon, when we talked on the phone on my way down here, we talked about if we were gonna do Botox or not, so we did Botox at time of surgery, but I definitely still clench. A lot of the pressure is at my teeth, like the fronts of my teeth. I have like a bunch of bumpers and things on them right now, but I just feel like I'm constantly having the muscle memory of clenching. It's been about 3 months since I got the Botox. I can't remember the dose that he gave me at time of surgery, but I could definitely ask him, and we'll see if we decide to end up doing that. The surgery center is only about 10 minutes away, so last little check. This lighting is unapologetic. It's like a solid 2 fingers. I feel like my mouth is definitely swollen and it hurts to talk. So I probably won't be doing much of that today. Thank you for coming with me to get my screw removed, and I will see you next time.